Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my show. My name is Esco Zhang. I'm intelligent Chinese and English bilingual. I have to stress the word intelligent because I want this channel to be like the purveyor of useful information, correct information about China, about things happening in China, and I'll do it to the best of my ability. In this video, we have two news happening in China. One is one you have English reporting is one another. The other one is only Chinese, but it's okay. I can report it. I can translate it and tell you very correctly and accurately. And when I say intelligent, I want to differentiate my channel to some other people's channel because I sometimes check what other YouTubers, like China related YouTubers, what are they doing. Not only I want my subscribers to be objectively informed, I also correct the mistakes made by some other YouTubers. For example, that old boy in Shanghai. Now, this is probably why he doesn't like me, because I always correct him. Now, he doesn't want me to expose him, and he even flagged my last channel down, but it's okay. I'll still provide the correct information, whether he likes or not. I will not play his video because he will flag it down. But in this video, I didn't watch all of his 40 minutes video because, to be honest, even I sometimes get bored of his stuff. He just rambled too much. I just watched a little bit and I found two mistakes. Number one, in that video, he said the Chinese word proper means grandma. Now, the proper means mother-in-law. And another big mistake he made in that video is that in that video there is a minute. That was quite a long time where the mother-in-law bought her daughter-in-law not for her but for the unborn daughter, the to-be-born daughter, a pant, and that pant is an open crotch pant. So this foreigner, she said that in their country, in her country, they don't do this. They just buy regular pants. But in China, especially in the rural areas, people tend to we buy like this called open crotch pants for the children, for the infants, just because sometimes they could just finish their business right on the spot. Because I do know that a lot of foreigners, they also complain that is young children or infants just release themselves. They don't go to the toilet. So that is why. But he struggles with that video has English and Chinese subtitles. I'm sure his Chinese is shit, and also the translation is not good. So he said that it's about the zippers, the buttons. I mean, this is why people like him, they don't like my commenting on them, because they just don't know about China. The Chinese are not that good. They probably get the information from Western media just like the way you get, and they sit there pontificating about information about China like they are some kind of pundit or they know it all, when actually they don't. Anyway, back to my channel, back to my video. So in this video, I will tell you two news. This is recently a very big news. It made headlines. A crime group hired sentenced to death for murder in China. Number one, I'm surprised the typo. This is Xinhua.net is quite a prestigious news network in China. This is on their English website. They have this typo. If you don't know this news earlier, if you tap buried 16 years, you will see other foreign media they have already covered it. Teachers' remains found buried under Chinese school after 16 years. So he died beneath that schoolyard for 16 years. Now, like a few months earlier, they just dig him up. Now the verdict is that the man perpetuated, what do you call that word? The man, like defendant, was sentenced to death. Now, when you sentence somebody dies in China, the defendant could have only one chance to appeal to the Supreme Court of China. And in this case, I don't think he will beat the case. It's very everybody knows this story, and he did kill people brutally. So let's read this news. A court in central China, the Hunan province, sentenced criminal gang leader. Let me blow it up for you. Du Xiaoping to death for multiple crimes, including murder. He wasn't caught because of this case. He was caught because he did other stuff. Now his gang members told the police. They probably snitched on him. They told the police that yes, he did kill somebody 16 years ago. Now after that, the police they digged the body up after 16 years. It was sentenced to death penalty. His accomplice, the main accomplice, was handed a death sentence with a 2-year reprieve. A death sentence with 2-year reprieve means that you don't die. You don't die. You probably will spend 20 years in prison. Not even life sentence. With good behavior, you will be out in 20 years. Unless, like, what it means is that about the word reprieve is that, if you are in prison, you don't behave yourself, you harm people, you beat people, you even kill people, they will give you the death sentence. So most of the case, it's just like a life sentence or 20-year sentence. So this gang, they have other 2 gang members, other 12 defendants were sentenced to jail or different time. So yeah, he was contracted to build a playground for the middle school, Xinhua #1 middle school. Actually, the word playground is not the correct translation. Playground is like the playground for children. In Chinese, the character in Chinese is called 操场. Now, I think the most accurate it's like this. Pronunciation should be like the translation should be like schoolyard or soccer field. Yeah, it's soccer field. So why did he kill Deng Shiping, the victim, the dead person, the already now dead person? So during that construction, Du became dissatisfied with Deng Shiping, a staff member of the school who oversaw the construction. I have read the news quite extensively. This dude, Deng Shiping, he already at that time he complained about the project. He said the project is not does not meet the standard. He will not sign on the paper after the project is finished. So when he said that he won't sign, is that he is not satisfied with the project. He won't sign his name on it. Also, this killer, Du, he is the nephew of the principal at that time. Basically, it's like the principal, he led his nephew to do this project. Since 2008, a 30-member crime group led by Du had used violent and threatening means to collect usury, principal, and interest, meddle in civil disputes, and sought illegal benefits. They also committed crime including illegal detention, gathering crowds for fighting, and forced transactions. So this gang wasn't caught because of the murder. The gang was raided because other stuff they did like this. During the trial, some people snitched, so they told that there is a murder case. If you don't know, China right now we have this kind of a movement. It's called 打黑除恶. It means crack down on organized crime and erasing evilness. 恶 is evilness or weakness. 黑社会 means black society. It is not about black society. It's mainly about gangs, organized crimes. And also, another related news is that 19 public servants that are connected to this case have been dealt with, including the principal who gave the project to his nephew, and some police officers who did not, at that time, invest the case diligently. Now, his family members, they reported the missing of the victim, but and they also say that rumor said that he was killed and buried underneath the schoolyard, but the police, they didn't follow the tape. They accept the bribery. So a few police officers were are being investigated. So 19 people. Mainly like police in the police department. So that's about this news. Another news is about VPN. In China, by default, you can't use Twitter, Google, or Facebook, or most foreign websites or apps. You have to rely on VPN to get connected. And according to the law, according to the government interpretation, you can only use allowed or legal VPNs, but they don't say how you can find the legal VPNs. They say like if you are a company, if you're a big company that do importing and exporting, you can apply for a special government approved VPN, which in my opinion will they will do surveillance with that VPN. I never know anyone who can use legal VPNs, but according to the government interpretation or guidance, they say that there are legal ones. Probably maybe like for very large companies, you can apply for a legal VPN from the telecommunication providers. But this is definitely for just regular citizens or regular Joes in China who just want to maybe have a good time watching videos on YouTube or watching movies on Netflix, right? Or just like to improve his or her English using Google or YouTube, just like what I'm doing right now. But most of the cases, the VPNs are illegal. So what happened when they find somebody is making or producing and selling VPN software? If you are caught doing this, you will have to face jail time. Now, personally, I don't feel that they are like how do you say that? I don't feel like they are breaking the law. Quite the opposite. I feel grateful to them because like people like them make it possible for people like us to use VPN. Not only VPN, also you can use VPS to browse websites, banned websites. This dude recently was busted. So from January, February, from March 2008, he set up VPN by renting servers from America, Japan, Russia, Singapore, and other countries, and sold his VPN tools in forums. During this period, he sold his VPN service to more than 600 people, and he made 200,000 yuan, more than 200,000 yuan, Chinese yuan, which is like how much? 30,000 US dollars. He made 200,000 yuan, more than 200 yuan, $30,000, something like that. In how many years? In almost 2 years. Not a lot of money. So he probably will have prison time, or he will have like a reprieve. He doesn't have to do the jail. He doesn't have to go to the jail, but definitely he will have a fine. Now, if you search the news, if you search the keywords like VPN and 获刑, he's not the only one. It's just many. You will find other reports. Now, I don't. This dude got how many years? 5.5 years. Jesus. This dude, he was sentenced 5 and 6 months, and fined 500,000 yuan. He made this amount of money during from 2017 to 2013 to 2017. Now he had to not only have to do the prison time, he had also this amount of fine. My question is that, according to the government, you have legal VPNs, but nobody knows where to buy it. And I don't think there is legal VPN since you have this kind of internet censorship. So when you have this kind of grid firewall, what your agenda is very clear to us, that you don't want to regular Joes to to browse the internet freely. But this practice, if you blanketly enforce this practice, you will make it very, very hard for Chinese company to import stuff or export stuff. So there is loopholes, and also big company, they probably have the legal ways to browse, use Google or some other services. And also it doesn't break the law to use it. You can use it, but you can't just sell it or promote it. They don't encourage you to use it, but if you use it, it's okay. Every foreigner in China, they use it. I would say probably in China, 10% of netizens use VPNs regularly, or maybe more. Those who've been living abroad before, they probably will use VPN. Those who studied abroad before, when they get back to China, they will use VPN regularly. And those who do exporting, importing, and also a lot of college students, they want to find information. They want to better their career, better their academic career. They have to use Google Scholarship. They have to research and find materials. They probably will use VPN. I would say maybe 20% of people know how to use VPN or VPS to browse the banned websites. By some, last time I heard that even though YouTube is banned in China, it probably is ranked one of the top 10 websites in China. And some other top officials, they also complained about the China VPN. For example, this dude, Hu Xijin, if you don't know, he is the editor-in-chief uh, Global Times is also a government-controlled, very nationalistic newspaper. They also have English version. So he is the editor-in-chief of that newspaper. He always champion China. He always he's very nationalistic to me. He's always supporting China's policies, but even him, very high-profile public figure, complain about the China's Great Firewall. And I also don't like it. I would say this probably is the biggest mistake China is committing right now. I know the government, they don't want you, the regular Joes, to see information that the government doesn't want you to see, but actually, when you don't have Google and YouTube, you are missing out a lot of stuff. A lot of information you can't find in this internet era. So that makes the Chinese people fall behind. It's just the side. I can use it, but I have to advocate for my fellow Chinese people. Just unblock these websites. You will not have social society unrest. I promise. I guarantee. I think that most Chinese, they don't like that extreme. So yeah. So that's what I have to say about the two news today. So thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. And I'm out.